Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Hey everyone, I'm Nihal Singh Bajwa.
And I am Arush Kumar Singh.
We are from Scottish International School, and today we are going to investigate one of the important concepts of thermodynamics, convection currents. So Arush, have you ever wondered why we keep heaters at the bottom and ACs up top?
Yes.
So what do you think are the main ways of thermal energy transfer that makes the entire room warm or the entire room cold?
I believe that there are three main ways of thermal energy transfer. These are convection, conduction, as well as radiation.
You're exactly right. So, which one of these do you think we use in ACs, heaters, etc.?
In ACs and heaters, I believe that convection is the primary way of thermal energy transfer.
Correct. So, remember when we were studying this in class, we always thought that particles transfer energy from one particle to the another all the way till the other side of the room.
Yes.
But that is not true. Do you want to know why?
Yeah, definitely.
So, today we're going to investigate something that I learned. It's called convection currents. So, do you know anything about convection?
I believe that it is the movement of air molecules or water molecules in order to distribute heat. Is that correct?
That's correct, but it doesn't work quite in the way you would think. So, today we have an experiment to demonstrate how convection happens. So, what do you see here?
So I see that we have a clamp stand on which we have connected a spiral made out of paper through a string, and there seems to be a candle set at the base.
Exactly. So, let's just imagine that this candle is our heater. Can you predict how the air would flow?
Upwards as warmer air rises and colder air falls.
Correct, as we have seen in hot air balloons, heaters, blowers, etc. So let's investigate this principle using our experiment. Sure. Imagine this candle is our heater. So can you light it up, please?
Sure.
Thank you. What we should be able to see is that the spiral should revolve because air is moving upwards. As you can see, the spiral has started revolving. So, as you can see, the air in fact did rise up. We can see this, as I said, in other applications such as hot air balloons, blowers, heaters. So, as the warm air rises in the middle, as it goes up, it gets cooled down and then it comes back through the sides. I have a simulation to show the same. So, here is the simulation. What can you infer from the simulation?
So I observe that there's an open container which has a number of molecules placed inside.
That is correct. So let's try to replicate our experiment. I have placed a burner at the bottom. As you can see, as we did predict, the warm air is rising upwards and with it the particles are moving up. And as it comes to the top, the particles get cooled down and they come back down the side. And that creates what we call the convection current. But what confuses me is how are the particles transferring energy from one to the other?
So I believe that since as the heat source heats up the molecules, they start vibrating with greater intensity, which leads to them colliding with each other more frequently and increasing the total energy of the particles, which causes them to rise up.
That makes sense. Another application that we can see this in our daily lives is if you live near the coastal region. At night, the sea is warmer than the land. Hence, warm air rises up from the sea and cool air drops on the land at night. And hence, we can see convection currents in our daily lives outside in the environment too.
This is also why I believe we can feel the fresh sea breeze during the day. However, it's not as pleasant of an effect at night, right?
That's absolutely correct. And hence, we have investigated how convection currents form and how they can help us in our daily lives through heaters, blowers, AC to get the climate that we want.
We hope that this model effectively demonstrated the concept of convection to you, and thank you.
Thank you.